Such an audit ends with appropriate documentation indicating the damaged areas and recommendations for the contractor.
The affected areas were marked on a plan. This plan was handed to us by the client, and we began to act. To verify the accuracy of the plan, we also conducted a test of the building's interior temperature and simultaneously measured the humidity at the so-called H1M height. This means that we conducted a measurement at a height of 1 meter above the ground and were able to determine that the temperature is just below 19 degrees. However, we measured the humidity at this height to be up to 60%, which is really too much. The humidity limit in such an apartment should be a maximum of 50%. The first step is, of course, disinfection with 14% hydrogen peroxide to remove all fungus and mold spores in the walls and in the air. This is followed by thermolime thermal insulating mortar, which penetrates deep into the wall. Despite its thin consistency, it penetrates the damaged areas and crystallizes the water within. We apply a layer of lime mortar on top to prevent further mold formation. We also used it as a leveling material to achieve as smooth walls as possible and to even out damaged areas in the plaster. For a more precise explanation, we previously explained that thermocalc is a mortar with thermal insulating properties. Once the water in the masonry has crystallized, the temperature in the wall is also increased, shifting the dew point. This has the positive effect that soaking such a wall becomes much less likely. Finally, we covered the spots where we performed repair work with a layer of mineral paint. Why mineral paint? Because we didn't want to use dispersion paint with organic plasticizers, as they provide a breeding ground for potential mold. All these areas were, as already mentioned, covered with mineral paint